And then there were the pictures. In her early New York days, Madonna had done some modeling to make ends meet. Now that she was a superstar, some of her nudes surfaced, just where you'd expect them to. But just 3 days after publication of the photos, Madonna responded to the controversy in her own unique fashion.
I'm sympathizing with you by keeping my coat on, okay? So don't feel bad. No, I ain't taking off today. You might hold it against me 10 years from now.
In August, Sean and Madonna were married in what was to be a private ceremony. But once again, the press was there, this time in helicopters. And once again, Madonna had something to say.
Sean and I took out this full-page ad in the LA Times. Apparently nobody saw it because we were expecting 20,000 people and only 28 showed up. There I am, the blushing bride, and here's my family. That's my Uncle Guido, my cousin Giuseppe, that's Grandma Ciccone, that's Aunt Jeannie and Uncle Nick. That's Sean's family. It was really beautiful, and I think that everybody had a great time. Until the press got there. We tried to ignore them, but as you can see, they were very close. We tried to save the cake, but no such luck. But I couldn't ignore the helicopters any longer.
The duo teamed up to do a feature, Shanghai Surprise.
What made you decide to stay?
I never got your first name.
Gloria.
The film's lackluster box office performance was more than made up for by the overwhelming success of Madonna's next album, True Blue. The differences between the new album and Madonna's two previous LPs were apparent. Clearly, her range had broadened, her work matured. The new songs were thought-provoking and what had become her other trademark, controversial. Papa Don't Preach, dealing with the sensitive topics of teenage pregnancy and abortion, touched off a storm of protest, debates over the meaning of the song, and parody.
I have to listen to the criticism that I get when they're dealing with my work, and it's beneficial.
Despite the controversy, by May of 1987, True Blue was the #1 album in 28 countries, an unprecedented achievement. The album spawned 4 top 10 hits, including 3 #1 singles.
Brought to you by Pioneer.
In May of 1987, Madonna delivered a 1-2-3 punch with the simultaneous release of the movie, album, and world tour of Who's That Girl? By now, the center of a media hurricane, Madonna really had conquered the world. The year ended with the release of the You Can Dance album, a compilation of new dance mixes of Madonna's previous hits. In 1988, Madonna took a break from music to concentrate on her acting, making her stage debut on Broadway in David Mamet's Speed the Plow.
I know what it is to be lost. I know you're lost.
While critics seemed to like the play, they gave mixed reviews to Madonna, who had her own words to describe the experience.
It felt like really good sex.
Finally, career separations and constant pressures from the media took their toll on the marriage. Amid a flurry of conflicting reports, Madonna filed for divorce in January of 1989. Just 2 months later, Madonna was embroiled in yet another controversy. This one over the video produced for her song, Like a Prayer.
Definitely too much of a big deal is being made about it. That if I heard about, my God, it's blasphemous.
If we believe the freedom of speech and expression, let it just go. I mean, everybody expresses things differently.
No, I'm not like personally morally offended. It's just that it's a little extreme.
It's just a lot of hype.
For Christians, there are things that are much more important. I mean, I hope that people don't get up in arms about this when people are hungry, people are homeless.
But to some, Like a Prayer was a big deal. The Pepsi-Cola company had signed Madonna to an unprecedented multi-million-dollar contract, including a full tour and worldwide ad campaign to premiere the video. But Madonna's use of religious symbols and racial overtones made the whole thing too hot to handle.
They just said they didn't like it. And a couple of people were threatening to boycott the bottling companies in the South. Well, I think they were really afraid that this whole thing was going to, like, blow up, and they didn't want to do anything to harm Pepsi.
I think that the video has a very positive message.
It was about overcoming racism and overcoming the fear of telling the truth, of getting, you know, so many people witness crimes and they're afraid to get involved.
I believe in God. I believe that everything you do comes back to you. I believe in the innate goodness of people and the importance of that.
To that end, Madonna puts in a full schedule, offering her time supporting causes she feels are worthy.
But there's one thing that we're all born with, and that is freedom. We are all free citizens.
Every hour, 1 to 6 animal species is destroyed, gone forever. At this rate, the entire rainforest will be gone in 50 years, forever.
I don't think any of us want people years from now looking back at the 1980s, wondering why we didn't do more to help children in America who are homeless or abused.
There's a lot of terrible things happening in the world today, and there's a lot of people that need our help, and there's a lot of environmental issues that need to be dealt with. But in terms of, you know, AIDS, I've just known so many people that have died of AIDS, and it's such a serious problem.
You know, AIDS is a powerful and mysterious disease that continues to elude us, but we are more powerful because we can stop it from spreading any further by educating ourselves and finding out the facts.
Entering the 90s, Madonna joined Warren Beatty for the big screen version of Dick Tracy.
Aren't you gonna frisk me?
This movie looks like nothing anyone's ever seen.
I was beginning to wonder what a girl had to do to get arrested.
Madonna's off-screen relationship with Beatty has been grist for the gossip mill.
Are you gonna make a move? Do I have to do everything?
I'm on duty.
But just what is going on?
Well, I just really can't comment on that.
Dick Tracy inspired Madonna's album, I'm Breathless.
Some of the songs are in the movie, the rest are just inspired by the movie itself, the period aspect, the cartoon aspect, the gangsters, you know, the characters, and who I was in the movie.
One early release from the album helped revive interest in the short-lived dance craze, voguing.
I think it has a lot of humor to it, too. I mean, it's just so sort of arrogant and there and presentational, you know what I mean, self-conscious in a way, and I think it's hilarious.
Ready, 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 ready. Baby. You got the motion.
And on top of everything else, there's Madonna's 1990 World Tour, entitled appropriately enough, Blonde Ambition. So perhaps Madonna has conquered the world. What else could she possibly want?
I want more! Don't go for second best, baby. Put your love to the test.
Have I found love again? Yes, many times. I'm the loser in the family. Now that I'm successful, I have a million more things to worry about.
If I do something and there's 100 people in the room and 99 people say they liked it, I only remember the one person who didn't like it.
And they compare you to Marilyn Monroe, okay?
Yeah, but that's just because we have the same hair color.
I know the moral majority is up in arms against me. I think that people who really understand what I'm doing are offended by it.
I flirt with everybody, though. I mean, I flirt with grandmothers and garbage men and stuff like that.
Yeah.
My father doesn't call me and say, hey, I just saw your video on MTV. I mean, he never does that. He just kind of tries to treat me like all my brothers and sisters.
Madonna, I think it's time we get going here.
Get going where, Dad?
We gotta go. We got some homework to do and things to do.
Dad, I graduated from high school.
Hi, I'm Madonna.
Brought to you by Pioneer.